Hello, my name is Jason Ivesdal. I'm the owner and operator of Higher Power Training right here in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. The reason you're watching this video is there's a good chance that you missed one of our meetings that we had with your organization or your school. So we decided to do a recap video so we can send that off to you and you can learn all about our program. A little bit about myself. I have a degree in exercise science and graduated in '97. Worked at Dallas for a couple of years at North Dallas Athletic Club. Then we moved to Eden Prairie, Minnesota, my wife and I, and from '99 to 2004, I was at Flagship Athletic Club. Worked there. I was director of trainers there, director of training, and then decided to go out on my own. Did that in 2004. Started my business, Higher Power Training, and didn't have the facility at that time. But then in 2000, but I did build a team of trainers underneath me. And then in 2008, we took over the facility and did a very extensive remodel. This is actually what you see behind me here. And at Higher Power Training, we focus on sports performance training, personal training, nutrition coaching. We also do a lot of classes. We do adult classes, boot camp classes. We also, for our sports side, we have a faster speed agility class. Then we have a build your armor strength class. And then we have the accelerated performance nutrition program. That's actually what I'm here to talk to you about today. That's our secret sauce. That's the program that's going to amplify everything that you do. So I want to talk about how we can benefit your athletes. So everybody has strength programs. Pretty much you can do it at schools. You can do it at different organizations. But nobody has nutrition. And for us, it's, like I said, the secret sauce. We got one football player way back when, 2006, one pro NFL guy. Pretty soon we have 50 other guys. And pretty soon they are like, oh my gosh, what else you got? They love their nutrition. Next, you know, they're training with us. But with nutrition, which nobody really has, but we have it, with nutrition, you have the opportunity to amplify everything else you're doing. Like everything you're doing in the weight room, everything you're doing on the track, you have the ability to basically make those things accelerate your results when you start adding a new supportive eating program. So you're going to get faster, stronger. You're going to get stronger, faster. You're going to get better energy, faster. All these things are faster when you add a nutritional component. So that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. I'm going to talk to you about our customized program and how it will benefit your athletes. It's really a three-stage process here at Higher Power. The first thing is it's all about a plan. So what we do is we develop a customized eating plan for the athlete. Then we hold the athlete accountable to doing the plan with constant check-ins and checking their meal plans. And then the third thing is that adjustability. We're going to bring in adjustability when the meal plan needs to change. So three things: a plan, accountability to do the plan, and adjustability when the plan needs to change. So a little bit about the results. I'd love to share some results with you. So I'll share my slide. Actually, hang on a second here. Screen share. So we'll share this with you guys. Let's see, current slide. Okay, so I'm gonna go back a little bit here. So here's an athlete, Luke Sigalski. He's a Blake athlete that we worked with a while back. 22 days, we were able to put 12.6 pounds on the scale, and he actually gained 13.3 pounds of lean mass, dropped some fat, dropped 1.1% body fat in that time. Here's another guy, Tegan. Tegan was an athlete that drove all the way from Mayer with us. He actually started training with us and trained during the football season. He trained with us, and he went from 6'5" foot athlete, went from 180 to 200 just working out with one of my trainers because we do a lot of training. We're great at training. He was getting in here a couple days a week. And then when the season was over and he was done with basketball, because he also played basketball, then he finally made his way back to the gym just to focus on still train, but to add our nutritional component. And you can see May 5th, for 21 days, we got going and he put on 14.8 pounds. And keep in mind, this was after gaining 20 pounds of just lifting with us over the course of the year. From, I believe it was from August up until May. And then adding this, we were able to put 14.8 pounds on. And more importantly, we even put on extra muscle. We put on 16.7 pounds of actual lean mass, dropped about 2 pounds of fat weight. So that was pretty amazing. dropped 1.4% body fat just in 21 days. Then Cooper Nielsen, hockey player, really hard to put weight on hockey kids. This kid put 14 pounds on in 28 days, 11.1 pounds of lean mass. He did put a little body fat on, but no big deal. If you look at the ratio of his lean mass to his fat weight, he was definitely happy with his results. Mason West, you might know this kid, really amazing athlete. We're lucky enough that we get to work with him from a strength standpoint and nutrition standpoint. This was back when he was almost 16. He started our nutrition program. We put, over the course of the year, basically 303 days, we put 30.4 pounds on. That was pretty good, especially considering he kind of bounced in and out a lot for the program. Zach Brown, baseball player, 13 days, we were able to put 8 pounds on and actually put 10.1 pounds of muscle, dropped 2.1 pounds of fat. Here's a football player, really proud of this guy. This guy was referred to me during the season. So he was his first year, he's actually 2 years in the NFL. His first year, he was on the team. Second year, he got moved to the practice squad, and the coaches basically said, hey, you got to get stronger, you got to get bigger. So he was sent to me to do that, and we were able to accomplish this. So right away, we decided, hey, let's get you on the nutrition and the training. And he also had quadricep tendonitis as well. So we had 3 goals, well, 4 goals really: get bigger, get stronger, get rid of the quad tendonitis, and get him on a team. So we put on 14.2 pounds scale weight, and we were able to put his muscle, like add muscle, 15.9 pounds of actual lean mass, drop 1.7 pounds, take his body fat down 1.8%, and just, working out twice a week, focusing on our nutrition. And what's awesome is we were able to get rid of his quad tendonitis. The big focus there is number one is stretching the quadricep. That's a big key, and really focusing on the hamstring. And our nutrition program accelerates healing, and then focusing on an anti-inflammatory diet. He had that all the way from April, and I was, he saw trainers, athletic trainers, PTs. I was able to get rid of it with our system. And the nutrition was a big part of that, just shutting down inflammation and supportive eating. Here's an athlete, NFL guy who just wanted to get leaner. I only had 8 days to do it. So we dropped 11.4 pounds, 10.1 pounds of fat, a little bit of lean mass, but he was probably pretty bloated. Here's another guy, wrestler. This guy and football player, he needed to lean out. So we dropped 20.4 pounds and dropped 22 pounds of fat, put on 1.8 pounds of muscle with this high school athlete. Here's an NFL guy who wanted to just lean out real quick. So we dropped 12.6 pounds in 20 days. So those are just a few of the athletes that we work with. We have so many more, but those are just a few I decided to share with you right there. And of course, we do weight loss, muscle gain as well. Athletes will train. We all know, I'm sure there's a reason you're listening to this, because there's a good chance that your student athlete, your child, most likely, they probably need to see some results in terms of on the scale. And so that's what we're going to do is, but more importantly, it's going to be composition based, because that's our focus as well. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about our system, a little bit more about the process. So how's it work here? So the first thing is once you decide you're going to do the program, you come in, you pay for the program at higher power, you get a nutrition manual, and then we're going to send, when that happens, you're going to go home, take the nutrition manual home, and then we're going to send you videos. The videos are a consult. It's about 45 minutes to watch. And everybody that's involved in meal prep needs to watch this. And of course, the student athlete needs to watch this. But anybody involved in meal prep is going to need to watch it. The whole family's welcome to do it. One of the things that we find is this is the education part of this. You watch the videos with the manual, and you're going to write down all your questions, okay? And the manual is going to have like all the foods, and it's kind of like the what, the when to eat, and how much to eat. It's all in the manual, but we do customize a meal plan for every athlete. So watch the videos. And then the next day, we always say, hey, make sure you watch those videos before we meet. And ideally, you're going to watch those like the day before, so the information is fresh. So you come in, we meet. Typically, it's 30 to 45 minutes for just one athlete and parents. And what we're going to do is answer all the questions, and then we're going to weigh and measure. And for our measurements, we're going to weigh the athlete. We're going to do a bunch of tape measures, but then we're going to do 14 body fat pinches. And the body fat pinches are key for accountability. I always say there's three things: a plan, accountability, adjustability. So the body fat pinches are important because they're going to hold the athlete accountable, because we can tell everything from a pinch. We can tell if they're drinking enough water. We can tell if they're cheating, eating, the wrong foods, the wrong carbs. We can tell if they're not sleeping enough. We can even tell if they have a protein powder problem just by a pinch. So sometimes we have to pull an athlete, more so when it comes to weight loss. A lot of times people get stuck on protein powders. They can't lose weight because they actually have a food intolerance, like a sensitivity to it. And so we can tell all from a pinch, but the pinch also helps build a plan. So we can build a customized plan based on the goals and based on the body composition of the athlete and based on current pinches. We can also tell carb tolerance, if the athlete is carbohydrate intolerant or not. So we do all those things, and then we create a customized plan and we send it off. And in 3 to 4 days, we're going to meet again. So we meet on day 3 to 4. We meet on day 7, we meet on day 14, we meet on day 21. Now, the reason we meet so fast is we're going to see results already. We're going to see an amazing result just in 3 to 4 days. For sure, the athlete's going to get leaner. And that's very unlike other systems out there. Most systems, most coaches, like nutritionists, dietitians, nutrition coaches, whatever, they make a plan. They say, hey, I want to see you like 6 weeks from now. And like, no, we're going to see you 3 to 4 days because we already expect results. So we do that. And like I said, days 3 to 4, 7, 14, 21, and 28. It's usually about a 4-week program. And so that's how that part of the program works. And every time we meet in these little meetings, we're gonna also make sure we check meal plans. And then if the athlete ever gets stuck, if we're, because it can happen if there's a little plateau or things are slowing down, then the adjustability. We usually adjust meal plans every week. But for some reason, even that day or 3 or 4, when you first come in, if we didn't see the result we wanted, then we're going to go ahead and just adjust the meal plan again. So I'm going to try to answer some questions about kind of how our program works. The most common questions, I'm going to answer those. So number one, the first question usually is, hey, how long is the program? For most athletes, keep in mind this is a very customized program. But for most athletes, the program is, what you pay for in the beginning is 4 weeks, or you're actually paying for like 3 weeks of meal plans, and then some extra coaching and possibly some extra time. And that's always customized to the athlete. So it ends up being about 4 or 5 weeks that you're paying for on the front end. And we always say, hey, our goal is to get you to your goal. People get a little nervous, like, oh, I can only go 4 weeks. I'm like, no, our goal is to get you your goal. And so you are always welcome to re-up. And the program costs go way down when you re-up, and we're able to go week by week with every athlete thereafter. Yeah, how long is each session? The first program is going to be, the first meeting is going to be like 30 to 45 minutes. If it's just one athlete, if it's another athlete, it's going to be like 45 minutes to an hour. We also do groups of athletes, and then it's going to be extended out a longer time. But those meetings that we have after that first meeting, those are only going to be 15 minutes. And in those meetings, we weigh, we measure, and we look at the food journals, and we make sure everything's going okay. How's the program work for more than one athlete? I addressed it a little bit just a second ago, but the only time we meet, as the cool thing about the way this works is we're going to meet with everybody as a group that one time. And in that meeting, we're going to answer all the questions from the videos. All the measurements, those things are going to be more individualized. And so all those meetings, you don't have to coordinate. We just do one coordination, and that's everybody watches the videos. They come in, we answer questions, and then we set up all the body fats, all those measurements individually. What will my child's diet look like? It's actually going to be customized to your kid. So number one, but the biggest thing is we're going to build, typically we're going to build a breakfast, lunch, dinner scenario, and then we're going to build in, if it's weight gain, probably 3 snacks, like a morning snack, afternoon snack, and evening snack. Protein every meal, typically, but lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, a lot of clean starches, a lot of healthy fats, maybe dairy. Dairy could be an option. And if it's weight loss, it's going to be a little bit different than that. It's going to be 5 meals. There's going to be less carbohydrates. It's always going to be customized to the athlete. People always wonder, hey, does my kid, and the kids really, they're always a little nervous, like, do I have to eat perfect? You do not have to eat perfect. You're definitely going to have some flexibility. Most of our kids, if you're trying to gain weight, it's usually about, hey, eating all the good things first, and then if you still have room for extra calories that are bad and you're really lean, usually it actually can help. Versus if you actually need to lean out a little bit, don't worry, we're going to build in some flexible meals as well. So that's how that works. uh, do you have to do protein shakes? You could do no protein shakes. Do you have to do supplements? You could do zero supplements. But we always think there's some things that could be helpful, maybe a multivitamin, maybe fish oil, maybe a protein powder. We always want to talk it over with you. We definitely have the best supplements here. We have the highest end nutraceuticals. We only work with healthcare practitioner brands, doctor brands. And so that's a big key for us. Do we work with vegetarians? Yep, we work with vegetarians, not a problem. What makes your program unique? Well, I think the uniqueness is that we give results and we get results fast. There's no program out there like this. This is my system. We've been doing this since 2006, and it's constant referrals, constant results. And so it is unique because it's the whole process is unique to higher power. The measurements, the accountability, the adjustability, the plan, building all that in, that's very unique to us, and we get results. Do we have workout options? We do have workout options. Like I said, we had, I remember when I got my first NFL guy, hooked him on, the hook was the nutrition plan. He's like, oh, once he saw that, he's like, hey, Jason, what else you got? Pretty soon we get 50 other guys doing a combination of nutrition and training, NFL guys. Do we work with adults? Yep, we absolutely work with adults. We have adult programs here as well. We have an amazing detoxification program. We have a lifestyle program as well for our nutrition. In our detox program, we meet twice a week, and that's one of the things that's the key for our system, is just that frequency. With our athletes, in the beginning, we're trying to meet with them weekly, but after that, a lot of times it's like every 2 weeks. Had a baseball player recently, I think he came in about 170, and now we have him at 200, and he can't believe it. He's got a huge scholarship, and just him getting bigger, faster, stronger. But the diet was the key for him. So we do, as far as pricing goes, it's always going to be, we have kind of a set price. Every now and then we will work out a special pricing with a school, but you definitely get pricing discounts when there is when there's more than one athlete. So that's just something to be aware of. And hey, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to start giving your child amazing results.